Please. Tell me you've been seeing the meltdowns on the left after Trump announced he was coming to the Bronx.
He needs money. He's hosting a rally to try to con people and try to fleece them out of every dollar that they have to fund his own legal fees. And by the way, he's doing it in the South Bronx, not to make a point, but because he's got court. And the man practically has the legal version of an ankle bracelet around him, and he can't leave the 5 boroughs because he always has to be in court.
This woman has the IQ of a cup of juice because, yes, that's exactly why he's in New York, because the Democrats, she's basically admitting to election interference.
You know what? I think that she's more upset at this crowd, and I'll tell you why. Look at this crowd. Observe this crowd very, very carefully, and then I'm going to ask you, what did you see right at the end?
2, 3, go! Trump! Died over here. What's going on? You gotta cheer. Much better.
Did you notice? Let me know in the comments right now if you noticed. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. You probably noticed that more people showed up today for him than AOC would ever. She couldn't even get 2% of them people there. She couldn't get a 0.002% of those people. Watch.
Okay? So, I'm looking out for you all. So there's 2 things. First, federally, whether the president's marijuana-related executive...
The comment, somebody said, maybe she should go back to bartending. Tell you one thing, that wasn't no rally, though. That was and mind you, that was in the Bronx. That was her putting together a function in the Bronx herself. The same Bronx that she said is not there for Trump. It don't look like a rally though. It looked like a AA meeting. Hi, my name is King and I'm a Trump supporter. In her case, she'd be, hi, my name is AOC. I have TDS. Oh, it's crazy to think that she's shocked by the support that Trump gets in the Bronx. This man said, look, I'm pulling up to the hood. We're going to talk to the hood. We're going to talk to the people. We're going to go to the places where they're afraid to go. You know what I mean? Step it up, Dems, is what he's saying. But not only is he leaving AOC surprised, but he's leaving a reporter pretty shocked.
All right. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump is set to make a stop in the South Bronx tonight at 6 o'clock, right on the doorstep of AOC's district, where no Republican presidential candidate has won that district in 100 years.
Thousands of supporters are expected to turn out as a new Siena poll has the former president now within single digits of President Biden in the Empire State.
Left-wing demonstrations are already being planned to try and counter the former president's visit, like that poster that you see right there, seen circulating on social media, claiming that...
Hold on. Trump isn't welcome in the Bronx. Wow. Hold up. And not only this right here shows you just how divisive the left can be, because this right here is what excites the wrong crowd, the wrong type of people who want to go ahead and camouflage themselves as Trump supporters for the news and just, yeah, bro. Not saying that you ain't got no wackies out there, but I'm saying this is the tactics that they use, man. Stay vigilant.
Trump is, quote, not welcome in the Bronx.
Well, somebody who is welcome in the Bronx is Rachel Campos Duffy. You know her from the Weekend Show, and she was out in the Bronx yesterday just essentially taking the temperature of the neighborhood to see how people are going to receive former president.
Absolutely. I stood on a corner, walked up and down a street with our crew, and just talked to dozens of people.
Is it similar to Wisconsin, where you came from?
No? I'm an Arizona girl originally.
Okay,
so,
good.
Listen, here's what was interesting. I mean, there's no question that the Bronx is a solidly blue area. But when things get bad, people are more loyal to their neighborhood. They're more loyal to their family. And that's what the sense that I got. There's also a pride in the Bronx, I know AOC said, Donald Trump, it's an embarrassment that he has to go to the Bronx, These people took that offensively.
That's exactly what I was saying. Y'all should be offended by that, bro. She's talking about y'all embarrassments, bro.
Happy he's coming down. They want him to see what's going on. They want him to get a temperature. And that's the thing. You're seeing these polls that show Hispanics and African Americans moving towards Trump. it just feels like data.
Right.
You go into this, you go there, you actually talk to the people. It really brings it home. You really feel that the polls are right. And I think Donald Trump is going to be very pleasantly surprised by how welcomed he is in the South Bronx. Take a look.
I see Democrats now coming out.
Hey,
and they're like, oh, Trump is not welcomed here. Who are you?
I think he should definitely come to the neighborhood.
He should come. He should check out the people because, see, Trump is for the little man.
Donald Trump is coming to the Bronx. Are the other boroughs going to be jealous?
I don't know, but I hope so. Trump is doing something that no one else has done. He's giving such a respect to the Bronx.
Before Trump, it was not really considered. Like, would they really go into the Democratic strongholds? Would they really go into the poor neighborhoods?
One of the very important things that I wish the Republicans would understand is that even though you have, and you look at the registers and you see how many registered Democrats are in the Bronx, and you say 80-90% are all Democrats, not all Democrats vote Democrat. I happen to be one of those Democrats that hasn't voted Democrat since the age of Ronald Reagan.
I've been intrigued by the impact of the trial of Donald Trump. And as a Hispanic myself, it looks familiar to a lot of things we've seen in Latin America.
Absolutely. I know a lot of friends of mine that are Cuban, and they're frustrated.
Yeah.
Cubans, you got Nicaraguans, they see this in their country. That's why they left.
I happen to be one that I'm still asking, what is he being charged with? What is he being charged with? I'm still trying to figure that out. And so I think it's not just me, because, we're not dummies, okay? Even though Democrats sometimes treat us like we're dummies.
People that weren't interested in politics, now they're watching a sham trial. They're watching all these things happen, and they're just like, what is going on?
I'm so proud of my dog, Lou Valentino, man. He just keep elevating. Look, bro, I'm proud of you, man. I text you that anyway, man. Shout out to Lou Valentino, too. He the one who giving me the scoop on everything today, too. My dog!
Rachel, I know a number of New Yorkers appreciate Donald Trump because he's a New Yorker. And even though he now lives in Florida, but he understands what it's like to be in New York City.
Yeah, they feel like he's one of them. And he chose their area, their neighborhood, to come visit. And, you see all the organizers out there putting up posters saying, you're not welcome here, Donald Trump. I did not get 1 ounce of that from when I was down there. I was literally shocked by how open-armed they are. And by the way, some of these people mentioned the trial. The trial, I think, is a double-edged sword for the Democrats, especially with Hispanics. It's like, you have them trapped here in this kangaroo court. Guess what?
It's an icebox.
Yeah, some of them are noticing that it's a kangaroo court. And if you're from Latin America, you've seen the politicization, the weaponization of the justice system against opponents in this way. You left those countries because of that kind of corruption and Marxism, frankly, and they're seeing it happen here, and they're not dumb. I know maybe a lot of Democrats think that this is, that they're setting some sort of narrative here. People are seeing, as she said, we can't even figure out what he's guilty of. And then they said to me, he's on trial there. We got problems here. We've got crime like we've never seen before, and it's because of the open border, which was another shock to me, is how much the border policies were mentioned almost
it's costing,
universally by everybody.
We got about 82,000 people here illegally. We are housing and feeding. Yeah. We're trying to kick them out after 30, 60 days, and they're not leaving.
Well, they're not on the Upper East Side.
Right.
They're going to the Bronx.
Why would they leave?
And they're taking over the parks.
They got so much incentive. Joe Biden is going to pay for everything. I come here legally. I get free money, free food, free housing, all at the taxpayer's expense, with money that could be used to be helping the citizens of that city or that, the state or whatever the case. You got the homeless veterans, the homeless. Bro, it's so many ways that those funds could have been allocated differently other than just giving it to people for free, just so you can get, the election results to go in your favor, because we already know what this is for. They moving, they pushing our votes to the side, y'all.
Their kids play.
That's exactly right. And that's what they said. They said, our service, we're poor. This is a working class, poor neighborhood, and our services are being strained, or they're literally cutting our own services and giving it to other people who came here illegally. So that was really an interesting thing. And they're associating the rise in crime to Alvin Bragg, but also to many of the illegals.
Let's see if the president keeps it short and crisp tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be very interesting to see how he does it.
6 o'clock tonight. It's in a park in the Bronx called Crotona Park. Lawrence is going to go up there. He's interviewing the former president.
You know what they told me? Some of them said it's epic that he's coming. Others said es épico. So, you know, in Spanish and English, they're saying this is historic. Thank you for coming to our district, to our area. So I think it's going to be a very interesting thing to see today. And it will be great if Lawrence actually gets a chance to interview some of these counter protesters to see if they're AstroTurf. Because what I saw was if they're from the Bronx, they're open. They're open to ear, open arms.
They're ready. We put up that poster that showed the organizers.
Yeah.
Over a dozen and a half different organizations. Yeah. If they don't wind up with a bigger crowd than Donald Trump,
It'd be embarrassing.
It would be embarrassing for them because they've got the entire New York City area with a lot of people at their disposal.
There's a lot of dark money funding these kind of protests. It's the same kind of stuff. This is the same group that came, with BLM and so forth. This is George Soros funded. That's who's behind this. The people on the street are saying, come, see what it's like here. Listen to us. And they're so honored that somebody like the President of the United States, who they consider an outsider and a fellow New Yorker, is coming to their neighborhood.
I don't want to make this all about me, but it's just the same week that the Pope takes shots at the Irish and the Italians, immigrants, at the same time President Trump is giving such respect to the Hispanic community. There's a big dichotomy.
There is.
Well, if you look at the
Pope was talking about whiskey.
Because he said the Irish brought whiskey to America and the Italians brought the mob. I mean, those are all my people.
That's the shot.
Right. It's unbelievable.
Hey, Rachel, thank you very much.
Just like that, it seems like everything that the Democrats are doing or tried to do is just backfiring. And it's only going to continue to backfire. They talk about he ain't welcome there. You got AOC talking about he ain't welcome here. Joke's really on you. Because, just like he said, people are able to see that this is just kangaroo court right here. This is all lawfare. And the perspective that I got from this, people were fleeing other countries to get away from this type of political persecution that you're seeing right here. And that's something, that's a perspective I'm glad he provided to me, because I didn't even consider that. I didn't even put that into perspective whatsoever. So, yeah, man, that's pretty major in terms of it being a blow to the Democrats, man. But what I see is, unlike AOC and these radical leftists out there, Trump is actually willing to go to the hood, go to the Bronx and speak with the people, actually hear their voices and want to contribute something back to the community and not just continue to take away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that they are doing. They just want to take. They don't want to contribute anything. That's why she said that it's embarrassing for him to be out there, pretty much. She's saying the Bronx is an embarrassment. And I'm sure she's going to say that's not what she meant, but it's exactly how it came out. Exactly. And to me, man, that's disrespectful. And New York, here's your chance to stand up. Here's y'all chance to make history right now. The Democrats' decision to keep Trump wrapped up in court, it's going to be a decision that they regret.
Okay, so
she wants to interview you. Okay.
You have been outside the courthouse.
Yeah, I'm being
every night, waving at Trump when he leaves. Why don't you tell me you're here with a whole group?
I have been a big side here. Big side is save Trump, save America. You know, have a lot of people support Donald Trump. Donald Trump, American first. There's people like it. No white people, black people, American people, okay, all people like this guy, like Donald Trump, okay. Coming in the courthouse to support Donald Trump. Coming South Bronx, same. You see, I saw so many people here. You see, everybody coming here. Different culture, live here. Coming here to support Donald Trump. Why? Joe Biden, you have open the south border. This is bullshit. South border you open. Everybody come in America, you have to check it. You know, check it. What's going on? This guy, you don't know me. You don't know me. No trouble for America. Okay, this is for me. Okay, I hate Joe Biden don't like this shit. Okay, Donald Trump have like America. Okay. Immigration country.
Look at the diversity in this one video. I just want y'all to see that.
Yeah, no problem. You have to check it. This is important. Okay, that's how we talking about it like this. Okay, there's no much. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments right now. Is it safe to go ahead and call it? Is it over for the Dems in the Bronx? From where I'm sitting, New York don't look blue. They don't look blue at all. It look like for you in New York, it's gonna be boo hoo hoo. But for Trump, it looked like hooray.